I'm Jim Kurtti, and this is Finlandia Fridays.
Welcome to Finlandia Fridays. My name is Michael Babcock, and I'm your host for this weekly interview series here at Finlandia University in beautiful Hancock, Michigan. This week, we are joined by the director of the Finnish American Heritage Center, Jim Kurtti. Jim, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And Jim is somebody that's been on the show before, so we're excited. This is another welcome back guest. We're here to talk about some really exciting things that are happening at Finlandia University as we celebrate the 100th anniversary of Finnish Independence. So Jim, let's start off by talking about the big event, the one that the public is invited to on Saturday, December 2nd.
Yeah, it's been a whole year of Centennial celebrations, both here in the Copper Country and around the country that we've been involved in, but this is the finale event. And it's going to be the gala event of the celebration of Finland's independence, and it's going to be at the Rosé Center. And it was kind of a bit of a struggle for us to imagine that we would take it off of Finlandia's campus and have it at the Rosé, but because we're partnering with some of our local other organizations, in particular the Copper Country Chorale, we realized that with having a choir of 45 people and having their faithful audience and our faithful audience, we needed to have a bigger venue, and it turned out the Rosé was the place that we had to go. So we're going there, and Michigan Tech has been very welcoming to us, and we're going to have a very nice program. The Copper Country Chorale is going to have a Finnish repertoire in honor of the Centennial year. And we are then having a guest performer, Craig Randall Johnson, who is a very well-known pianist and musician. He was actually just honored at the Finnish government, or at the Finnish embassy in Washington. He was given the Order of the Rose. And so this is his first performance after his honor that he received in Washington. And then we will have some of our other house talent. The Kiviat dancers will be there and others. So it's going to be a really special event to kind of finalize this year of Centennial celebrations, sort of, because Finlandia Suomi College has always celebrated Finland's independence. We thought it's really important that we not have a year, especially this year, the Centennial year, that we don't have something on campus. So on the actual day of Finland's independence, which is the 6th of December, at noon, we're going to have a second program. And that program is going to, it's going to be a little bit more casual, and it's going to be in particular for campus, but public is invited as well. And the key person to coordinate this event is our intern from Finland, Mika Tompari. And he is going to tell us about the different aspects or the traditions that are connected to Finland's independence celebrations. And the most important one, the day that most people watch a particular show on television is on Finnish independence. And they watch the gala at the President's Castle in Finland. And everyone in Finland is glued to the TV to see who got invited, what they're wearing. It's become a big event, so that we're doing that. We're doing it live. We're going to be streaming. In the course of our event at the Heritage Center, we will turn on television in Finland and show the beginning of the gala and who's coming in according to protocol, the ex-presidents, or the former presidents, I should say, and all these important people. And we're going to kind of take part in that as well.
Excellent. And will that be on like the major screen that comes down?
It'll be on the big screen, yeah.
Okay.
And we'll be standing there, and we'll imagine that we're there in Helsinki. And then after that, we're going to have refreshments, and it's going to be a bit more casual. But we want to make sure that we hit the mark well, and so we're going to have this gala event where we need lots of seats on the 2nd of December, tomorrow. And that begins at 5 o'clock with a social. We're going to have a very nice goodies served with coffee, and then the program begins at 6. And then the following Wednesday, next week Wednesday, at December 6th at noon at the Heritage Center, our finale of the Finland Centennial.
Excellent. Should be a couple great events. Are both of those free?
They are. Yeah, we've always had the tradition of this being a non-ticketed event, so we thought even though we're investing some into the program, we wanted to keep it free and open to the public.
Excellent. What I would suggest for people is if you want to make sure you don't miss any of the details on this, go onto Facebook and find the Finnish American Heritage Center. All the details can be found there. There'll be some reminders, some events. I believe you'll be able to click RSVP and you'll have a little event in your calendar even. So make sure you get out to that event tomorrow and come on to campus here next Wednesday to celebrate that. Both those events will be a lot of fun. As you said, they're free. Refreshments are going to be provided. The entertainment should be top notch.
Well, absolutely. I mean, this musician was recognized for his contributions and his talent by the Finnish government. So we're the first out of the box to have him. So yes, it is going to be top notch.
Excellent. And one of the things you talked about a little bit was the fact that we have celebrated this independence every year since it happened.
To our knowledge, there has always been something on campus celebrating Finland's independence since the first year, which was 1918. And we have found newspaper accounts in Finnish press about that event. So it's something that's always been important. It's always been a part of Finlandia to celebrate this. And we don't know of another expatriate location anywhere in the world that can say that or has said that. So it's a special thing that Finlandia holds.
Excellent. If you want to learn more about that, pick up a copy of the Bridge magazine, something we put out twice a year. It's got a great article that'll describe everything about that history. Were you the one that wrote that, or was that Dave Mackey over at the Heritage Center?
I don't even recall. It's been a while, but this bridge in particular has so much about the Finnish connections to the college. It's a really important issue for Finns to check on.
Yeah, that was definitely the theme of it, and we found a lot of incredible stories. So make sure you get out and check out that edition, including a couple of stories on Finnish alumni that have done some really interesting things. But reading about the Heritage Center and the fact that we have been celebrating this 100 years is quite an interesting story. So check that out. Another thing that's in there is a little preview of Heikenpäivä, which is coming up quicker than any of us probably expect.
Yeah, it's, you turn the calendar and then you realize things are here. So Heikenpäivä has turned into a month-long event. Our first event, I think, is on the 10th of January. Our last event is on the 6th of February, which is Sami Day, International Sami Day. And so in between there, we have films and workshops and, of course, the main day, the parade and the polar bear dive and all those elements that Heikenpäivä has become known for. Lots of ways for people to get their Finnish on, whether they have Finnish ancestry or not.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun event, especially that main weekend. It's definitely one to get in your calendar. Make sure you come up to Hancock that weekend and celebrate with us as we celebrate the beautiful winter that we have every year, and it should be a lot of fun. One other thing I wanted to talk to you about was your trip to the Finnish Embassy. Between those two huge events in the Copper Country, you're actually going to be taking a trip to Washington, D.C.
Yeah, this was kind of a hard decision because I have to go just on a very short trip. But between our event on the 2nd and the event on the 6th, I'm going to be at the Finnish Embassy, also to celebrate the Centennial year. And it's important that we be represented there because the Heritage Center has an exhibit of its Gallinkala prints, which will be there on display at the embassy until, I think, mid-March. And then also all the sponsors of the traveling sauna, which was sort of the mascot in the U.S. for the Centennial year. All the sponsors are going to be recognized at this event at the embassy. So important to be here in the Copper Country, but also it's an honor and important to be at the embassy. So hopefully all the flights get in and out and it all happens.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. The whole week is going to be a really good time. Go to finlandia.edu/Fridays to check out the full calendar of all these events, as well as links to learn more about any of these specific events, because we want to make sure that you're involved, get out there, and be a part of this. I think that's going to be it for this week's episode. I want to thank you, Jim, for being on.
Always a pleasure to be here.
And we'll be back again next week with another episode of Finlandia Fridays. We'll see you then.